Hey, what's up, folks? It's your realtor, Peter Scott, with Scott Realty Consultants and SearchSacramentoHomes.com. I'm here with your quick November 2021 Sacramento real estate market updates. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving this week and happy holidays. To jump right into it, our real estate market in Sacramento is experiencing a seasonal slowdown. This is a good thing. We didn't have that last year. Last year was too crazy. Now we're actually getting a seasonal slowdown, which kind of means that less homes are selling over the asking price. More homes are selling at or below the asking price. Actual sales have slowed down a little bit as well. It's just a little bit less competitive, although it's still statistically a very competitive market, but buyers are gaining a bit of power. At the peak of the pandemic, the peak of this year, we saw about 75% of homes selling at or above the listing price, not at or above, but above the listing price. Now that number shrunk to about 54% or so, with the rest of that 47% of homes selling at or below the listing price. Most of those are still at the listing price, but there's still, about 15% that are selling below the listing price. So that's what we kind of say when we're seeing a softening. But that's not to say that prices are still very strong. The market is still very strong. It's still very competitive. So it just depends. You have to take a house on a house by house case, is what I tell people. If you see a house that's been on the market for 2 months, well, then you're probably going to get that at maybe at or below listing price. If that house just got listed 2 days ago and it's your dream house, it's probably going to sell above the asking price. So it just depends on the house. Let me jump in and show you a couple of charts here by Ryan Lindquist at the Sacramento Appraisal blog. So our median home price year over year is up 13.4% to $550,000. This is regional. This is Sacramento, Yolo, Placer, El Dorado County. So, and then let's see months of supply. So we are up 16% months of supply from last year. This is month to month. This is what I wanted to look at. So we are actually down 1% from this is September, October. November's not over yet, but was down about 1% in prices. This is what we mean by this kind of seasonal slowing. Prices are down, the supply is down, and number of sales is down. So things are just softening just a hair. So that's good news if you're buying a house. It's not quite as competitive as it was. This is an interesting graph here too. Like I mentioned, at the peak of the craziness, about 76% of homes were taking offers or selling over the asking price. Now we're down to about 57% now. So that's that softening that we're talking about. And this graph is really interesting too. This shows the seasonality of prices and where they go. This year is the outlier 2020. This is this year 2021, and this 2018, 2019. So typically we see that slow down as you get to the end of the year, and that's what we're kind of getting, a little more normalization there right now. And then here's our months of inventory. Used to be we would have about 3 to 6 months of inventory. The last several years we've only had less than 1 month inventory. This outlier here was the craziness right when the pandemic started, and then drops off a cliff here. But we're still sitting about a little bit less than a month of inventory. Realistically, we'd like to see that come up a bit here to at least 2 months, maybe 3 months inventory. That would make things a little bit easier for home buyers out there. A couple things in the horizon: rising interest rates. We've been talking about that for a while. The economists keep predicting that that's going to happen. They're expecting 2022 to be about 3.5%. Right now we're coming around 3%. So keep that in your mind. That basically raises the price of your payment by a couple $100 a month, or $100 too, depends on your home price there. So something to keep in mind. But our real estate market is still very competitive, is still strong. So if you're thinking about selling a house, you can't go wrong. Although things pretty slow down, right around the holidays, and then pick back up into late January. If you're still looking for a house right now, like I mentioned, it is softening a bit and slowing a bit, so you can really use that to your advantage. Let me know if you have any questions about this. I'd be happy to answer your questions. If you're thinking about buying, selling, relocating, whatever, happy to help you out. I want to be your real estate resource. Hope you guys have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Take care.